Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. So, you can see here with this motor drive gear, okay, on the back of this part where the metal is right there, I've much more successfully removed the rust. I'll turn it around and the same is done with the front of it. Now I've got to get this little bit right here. So how I achieved that was just like this. I had to resort to WD-40 and sandpaper, okay? And how I did that was this way. So first I had to apply some WD-40 to a Q-tip individually. Okay, so it was only then, being able to avoid the plastics, the WD-40 wouldn't destroy the plastic gear, that I had to go through like so and wipe on the WD-40. Now this area right here, the rust has already started eating into the metal. If you look really close, you can see that, okay? So there's nothing more else I can do. What you're seeing in there is where the rust is eating into the metal that I finally discovered. So I had to go over that. Same thing with this part here. Rust is eating into the metal right in there, okay? I had to go around with my hand, front and back of this part, and on the sides. Don't forget the sides. And that's what I had to do with every area, okay? Then I had to sit it down on 2 toothpicks so no WD-40 would get onto the plastic gear, okay? After I did that, I would come back and take sandpaper to those areas. This is what I would do. It would come right off really easy, okay? That's how that was accomplished. Next, I want to go inside of here. I really don't want to go this far, but something tells me to go ahead and do so. That's what's going to be done. Three Phillips. Make sure everything's clean under here. There's no rust. Almost lost that screw. Corrosion. Okay, there's 3. All right, spring loaded. I'll lift it up gently. It is spring loaded. Okay, so here's this piece. There's some rust. And as you can see, you got rust and corrosion up under there. Okay? Pull this part off. And there you go there. Rust and corrosion. And here, the same thing. So this is going to have to be cleaned. All right, this part right here has a spring. Just simply grab the spring and pull it straight up, okay? And separate it just like so. All these parts can be laid up on your table for cleaning. Moving on. To clean this out, just simply use a cotton swab. You can go around it just like that, and you'll see it starts to clean it. Just like so. All right. Some of the tight areas, take a toothpick, go around in there, start pulling that stuff out. All right, and there you are. And don't forget your trusty pipe cleaner as well. Go all around and around those edges. Get that stuff out of there. All right. So I will continue cleaning this and these parts, and I'll get back to you later and show you the results. Okay, so now I have each part cleaned, all right, and I did so with each one of these tools: toothpick, pipe cleaner, cotton swab, sandpaper, and a flathead screwdriver, micro mini. Okay, so I've got everything inside and out of there. All right, little tip here. Yes, originally how this plastic gear was pried on there, we just slid and popped on there. But do not attempt to go under here with a screwdriver and pop that off like that in order to remove the rest of the rust. Remove the rest of this rust with the WD-40 and your micro mini flathead screwdriver. Okay, because if you try and remove this, you're more than likely going to crack this gear. Okay, so just don't do it. It's not worth it. Okay, so we got everything cleaned here. This part here I cleaned with mostly the sandpaper and the flathead screwdriver. This part here, the toothpick, pipe cleaner. All right, and here just the pipe cleaner with a spring. Okay, so next, lubrication. Okay, so those of you who are just new to the channel, just tuning in, haven't seen the other videos, the grease to use is the white lithium grease number 2. You want something that's safe for plastic gears and plastic parts, as it reads here. Okay, I listed this a few times. Rolling sliding parts, precision machine tools, textural machinery, universal grinder, plastic gear, and moving parts and toys. Okay, you want to wear a latex glove or gloves, and because it is hazardous to the skin. All right, you can find different brands. So what I'm going to do is pick this thing up, grab some on my lid, and just start wiping some in there. All right. Okay, that should about do it. Now it's just time to reassemble all of this. Okay, so this plastic piece here, spring, just fits right inside, just like so. All right. Flip that over. Place it straight down. All right. Next, this piece. Line up the screw holes, and yeah, you gotta press down with your thumb. Because it is spring loaded. The most difficult part here is finding the hole. There we go. If not, this part, getting these micro minis screwed in here. All right, don't put these too tight because you'll crack the plastic underneath, all right? I'm gonna finish them up off camera. Okay, there we are. It's done. Rust removed. Gear cleaned inside and out. The extra white lithium grease, you can just go along here with a cotton swab and just wipe that off. Okay. No big deal there. It's not going to particularly damage anything. All right. Okay. Okay, so what I've also done is I've cleaned this gear here, this little worm gear, and I did so with a pipe cleaner. You just simply lift this up, as you've seen me do before. Just lift it straight up and take this pipe cleaner and just run it straight through. Be careful, but that's how I've done it. Dismantle as less as possible if you can. Okay, like that. And I just ran it straight through, just like that. All right. And besides that, I just used toothpick and a little bit as well. You don't want to try to damage anything on this side end of my pencil eraser. Now my focus and attention is up here, spring loaded here with this gear. If you look closely, this is spring loaded, okay, all the way up to this entire actuator here. Okay, as you can see, gear there, and even look up top here, top of the screen, into my pencil eraser when I push this. See right here? All right, take these all in consideration and note. All right, so micro mini Phillips at the end of my pencil eraser. One screw there. Make sure those are off of your screwdriver. Okay. hold on to this leaf spring at the end of my finger, pull this up, check up under it, put that there. Hold this, the leaf spring, hold it with my thumb. Now, as you see, I've got a bunch of rust, so just more stuff to clean, okay? So I'm going to go through that and I'm going to clean that. There we are. Okay, so next I want to get you closer here at this screw and this screw, both flathead. There's rust. Okay, we have movement. That's good. And before I get this completely off, again, this is spring loaded here at the end of my principal eraser. And we have movement here. Always good in a rusty situation. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go higher up above the frame counter, right over here in the diopter. Okay. Take a look how dirty this is. And we'll get to that eye cup at some point in time. That's a minor issue. Okay, so there we go. Okay, next we will remove the frame counter here. This is it. It's spring loaded and it moves right along like this as your film advances. Phillips. Thumb on that spring. Right here, there's a lot of corrosion, rust, and gunk. So, I'll give you the best view I can on this. Screwdriver under here and just pop that out. Watch out for that spring. See it? Into my thumb. Okay. Again, the best thing to do with these springs, I find, is a toothpick. Okay. All right. So we got to start cleaning all up under this. Okay. All up under in here, all around this. It's going to be a big mess. Pull up this bowl. Film counter. Start sliding that off. Okay. There's the piece. That's the back of it. Put that to the back with its spring and screw. All right. So in the meantime, this is what's all got to be worked on right in here. Everything you see, all that dirt, all that rust. All right. All right. I got some of my solution on the counter. I'm just clean a little bit of rust off the back of it, and whatever type of dirt and everything else I can't see. Surely on the metal there's some nastiness, so I'm cleaning that off. And at the end here where it moves and rotates, all right? So it's the main issue. And here, and I'm turning this with my thumb and finger, by the way. All right. Careful as not to break this piece off at the end of my pencil eraser. And continuing to turn the bore with my thumb and finger. At the front. Okay. Take a look at the spring here. It just popped off my toothpick. Spring is looking really good. I'm really surprised. That happens sometimes. I'll give it a little bit of a buffing just to make sure. But other than that, we're doing good. as to wipe down as to not lose the spring. Okay, there we go. Next is lubrication. Alright, so next I'm going to slide this spring right back on to the counter. Alright. Okay. And apply the white lithium grease. Okay. And get just a touch on this end. Insert this through. And for now, we're done with this part. All right. Give that little push and get it back on there. And there we go. Okay, so next in here, I just want to clean with my solution, essentially. There's just going to be more of this before I get to any metal parts. Anytime you have any crusty rust, I'm back in here. Toothpick. The rest of this I'm going to get on my own. Okay. Got a lot more to cover. All right. So again, it's a slow process. Bit by bit, cleaning off that rust. Okay. And after we clean off the rust, add the white lithium grease and move on, wrapping up each part to keep out lint, dust, and other dirt. All right? So I have to keep trucking on that and get deeper and deeper into everything else. Okay? And that's what happens. Do contact me at the social media outlets provided on the screen, and remember, as always, do subscribe. Until next time, see ya!